Yes guys, my name is Morsey and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that have been here for a while, you will know I am a sucker for a good silver card. My channel is based around silver stars, silver squad builders, everything that is silver related on FIFA 21. So I have made it my mission to collect every single silver star available in FIFA 21 to date, but the real question is, who is the best? So today's video is going to be something a little bit different, guys. I'm going to take you through every single silver star player that I have got in my club, everyone that has been released so far this year, and we're going to decide together which one is the greatest player. This is my current silver team that I'm rocking at the moment. I will be doing an updated the greatest silver team on FIFA 21 soon, so keep an eye out for that one. But I'm going to move over to these little squad selections down here. We're going to start off with the lower rated silver star players. Guys, I spent a super long time searching for a list of every single silver star that was released in order. I just could not find it. So I'm going purely off memory, and if my memory serves me correct, I believe the first ever silver star available in FIFA 21 is this chap, Matej Vidra. This is where it all started, guys, and as you can see, I have used and abused him for all the silver objectives throughout the year. This card set the mark for what silver stars was to come, and in all fairness, it wasn't even that juiced up. 3-star, 4-star, but at the time we were in Dreamland. You don't see silver cards with these kind of stats. Well, you didn't before this year, and in all fairness, he's a decent player. At the end of the day, he does get massively outshadowed by the majority of their end of game silver star cards. But Matej Vidra is the founder and the real true OG silver star. Just so you know, guys, I'm not going to go through the order of release. I'm going to go through this team and then we're going to move on to the second team, which is probably my favorite silver star players. But if I am correct, the next one on the list after Vidra, minus Hani Mukhtar, he'll come up later, is Noah Okafor. 3-star, 4-star Swiss lad from is it Salzburg, RB Salzburg in the Austrian league. And this guy, when he came out, was an absolute tank. And it was super hard to link him into a team. I believe there's one guy who was a right back for the same team. I think he was an Austrian player. And his price has skyrocketed. You pretty much had to snipe him for 10k to get him in your club. There were a few decent Swiss links from silvers like Zuba and I believe it's Sal, the Bundesliga duo. There's two Swiss lads who play in centre mid in the Bundesliga who were an alleyway to link this guy in. And of course, he is in the second team, guys. There is a certain silver star that will be coming up later who plays for the same team as this guy. Up next, we got Moise Kean, the PSG lad, well, Everton lad on loan at PSG. And this guy's card came out and it looked pretty poor, mainly because the dribbling stats were horrific, the lack of skill moves, the lack of weak foot, but I could see the clear picture. I could see where Silver Stars was going and I was getting more and more excited by the day. High-low work rate, 6 foot, 3-star, 3-star, and he was okay. He did alright in all fairness. He could score a few goals. Apart from that, he wasn't much to shout about. Up next, we got the beast Adebayo Akinfenwa. This guy came out with the Rule Breakers promo towards the start of FIFA 21, and this guy was more of a troll card more than anything. He was actually really solid in front of goal, and he's just an absolute unit, and it was super hard for silver cards to tackle him. If you had this guy in your team, you could basically just plow through every single starter silver team, and it was just super easy. But Adebayo Akinfenwa is next. And how do we follow up Adebayo? We follow up with Romarinho. This guy has seen a lot of my channel. I've reviewed every single card he has gotten this year, all the way to his team this season. And this is where it all started, the Silver Star Romarinho. He's up there with one of my favourites out of this selection of players. But 4-star, 3-star, high, medium, I've used them a lot for silver objectives. And it was the agility, the balance that just made him so liquid on the ball. Going forward, he was rapid, he could finish. And of course, he offered that Brasilva link, which didn't really have too many options at this stage of the game. You got a nice little unlock later on, which you'll see shortly, that allowed this guy to fit into your team nicely. This is a little bonus inclusion. He's not actually a silver star. This man was a flash SBC sale during Record Breakers. Big Wes Morgan, I had to include him because he is one of my favourite centre-backs. I didn't want to put him in the top tier team because he's not essentially a silver star. But Big Wes, if any of you did this guy, I believe he was available for like an hour or so. So if you got him in your club, guys, much respect. You got a big thumbs up from me. The next silver star on our list is Jurgen Damm. MLS lad from Atalanta, the Mexican boy, and he is a foot freeze card. 6'1", high medium, right footed with 3-star, 3-star, and he's just a pace demon. A lot of players actually used him throughout the majority of Silver Lounge this year. He offers some interesting links, not super favourable links, but as a centre back and a right back, even as a centre mid, this guy could do an absolutely insane job for you in Silver game. Up next, we've got potentially the worst silver star that I have used this year. He is probably bottom of the barrel. It is Ernesto Tarragosa. 6 foot, medium, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. So he's got the skill moves, but he has absolutely no dribbling to go alongside it. I'm not going to say a lot about this guy, just the fact that he is probably the worst silver star that I've used this year. Next on our list, we've got UEFA Champions League Team of the Tournament, Christian Romero. This guy has gone mad. He's got a team this season now. I've yet to use it, but I think it's like 90 overall. So this is where it all started for the boy. He looks in a bit of agony in his dynamic image, but this card was super fun to use in Silver Lounge. 6'1" low high, doesn't have a lot of pace, but the defending and physicals were absolutely solid for a silver card. Moving over to a player moments, Jahanbakhsh. This guy, when he came out, was top tier. 4-star, 4-star. I played him as a striker in my player review, and he was just super lethal. The dribbling stats were great for a silver, the physicals he had a bit of strength about, and the finishing was great, and the pace was great. This is pretty much where I noticed silver cards were getting that super juice. Considering they're 74 overall, you were getting some insane stats, some insane attributes on the cards, and it's only up from here. After Jahanbakhsh, we're moving over to Lufa Singh. When this guy got released, when I first saw that card, I was so damn hyped. I thought we had an absolute hidden gem on our hands, but unfortunately, Lufa did not live up to expectations. The South African and the Portuguese league, the links are super difficult. Only 3-star skills but a 4-star weak foot. And these attributes are next level. The dribbling stats look fantastic, the pace looks great, the shooting looks great, but he doesn't live up to it in game. I always struggled using him. If you did give him a go and he did a solid job for you guys, make sure to let me know down below. But Lufa Singh, unfortunately, didn't live up to it for me. Moving over to the German man in the Bundesliga 2, Sonny Kittel. This guy was close to making it to the first squad. Absolute baller. 4-star, 5-star, high-low, 5'10". I used a lot of this card. The pace, it was a lot quicker. He felt a lot quicker than that. I did have a Hunter Chem style on him. Shooting was lethal. The 4-star, 5-star made that absolutely fantastic. Dribbling wise, super consistent on the ball. The only issue was that stamina. He did tire a little bit if you go into extra time in Silver Lounge. But this guy was beautiful, and he was one of the players that I used for the majority of my silver team, with the likes of Dressel, the Inform, and a few other guys that you'll see later on. But Sonny Kittel, decent player. Up next we got Polar Roller, and this guy was just weird, man. I didn't understand this card. He's a right winger, and he's more of a right back, or a centre back if anything. The pace is fantastic, the dribbling stats are pretty consistent, but he's got the defending and the physical and nothing going forward. Finishing is horrific, passing was horrific. If you got this guy, you pretty much had to use him as a centre mid or as a defender, and he's Spanish and in the French league, and there weren't too many super top tier silver cards in either of those leagues or nationalities at the time of release, so it was a big fat no-no from me. Second last player in this squad is Rodrigo Pino. This guy, man, very similar to Taro Grosser, absolutely no dribbling stats. The ball control was decent, but the one thing this guy did have was an absolute lethal finish. He was a big geezer, he could hold off players, and he could bag a finesse shot. So the last player on this team is Jonathan Herrera from the CONMEBOL Sudamericana team in the group stage. Finishing is absolutely next level, but 3-star is a bit of a letdown. Dribbling is respectable minus the balance and reactions. He has 99 strength, so he's somewhat similar to Tevez. It's the silver Tevez, okay? He's Argentinian. He's got the pace, the finishing, and the physicals to be a bit of a pit bull, a bit of a bully. A pretty decent card. I only used him a handful of times, but he was very, very solid when I did. So that rounds up squad number 2, guys. Let's go over to the big boys, the creme de la creme of Silver Stars. My favourite players so far this year. I'll see you there. Oh yes, just look at some of these saucy looking boys. These are, in my opinion, the best Silver Stars we have seen this year. Probably some of the best silver cards I've used on any FIFA, minus the OOGs, the Brasilvers. We're talking the Marseille Azevedo days, the Giovanni days. But we're going to start off with Silver Star number 2. This was the second Silver Star to come out in FIFA 21, Hani Mukhtar. And I have used and abused this card. He was in my team pretty much all damn year. 3-star, 5-star, the lack of skill moves was a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is, guys. And this guy was just unreal. The dribbling was absolutely insane. The finishing was great, even though on the card it is super low. At the time that he got released, he was next level. If you had a silver team, you had to have this guy in your team. And I believe the MLS Nashville players were skyrocketing in price. A lot of them were price fixed. And the German links weren't quite there at the stage of this game. So he was the only real way of getting you into the team, is to have a guy from Nashville. And this is where my channel pretty much started off. I did a squad review, or like a player view on this guy and my first ever silver team. That is one thing to mention, guys. Every single player in this has a player view on my channel, minus Herrera. So if you want to go back and reminisce and look at how well these cards were at the time and the squads I was using, definitely go back on my channel. There is a playlist called Silver Stars. You can go through every single player and have a look. But Hani Mukhtar is one of the OGs, and he is one of my absolute favourites. Up next we got Karim Adeyemi, the man who offered that little cheeky Salzburg link to Okafor. This guy, when he came out, was unreal. No player like him was in the Silver Lounge. 4-star, 3-star. I've used a lot of him, as you can see, for the Silver Squad Battle objectives. Yeah, but what a crazy card this was. The pace, he was absolutely lethal going forward. Dribbling was fantastic. He had the 4-star skills, which was a massive tick. And he could find the back of the net. Unreal card, super fun to use, guys. Up next, we got probably one of my most used silver cards this year, Che Adams. 3-star, 4-star, and this man is lethal as anything. His attributes aren't actually that crazy, but in game, he was just an absolute beast. Running through on goal, super hard to tackle, had that strength to hold off players, and he always found the back of the net for me. As you can see, 122 goals. Majority of these are in squad battles and div rivals when I'm trying to get the silver milestones. But this guy was an absolute animal and definitely one of my favourites. Up next, we got Junior Sambia. This guy has had many special cards throughout the year. I think it was a birthday he had that was super sick, like an 86 overall. But this is where it started for the man, 74 overall silver star. And this guy is up there with one of the best defenders I have used so far in Silver Lounge. 3-star, 4-star. I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm a bit ashamed to say it, but I played him at centre back. But how could you not? Just look at the man's stats. They are absolutely lethal for a defender, especially in the silver game mode. Dribbling was great. You could keep up with the quick, agile strikers. He has the pace, the physicality stats, and the defending stats. Yeah, he's top tier. Up next is probably... he's in my top 3. He's in my top 3. We got Silas. 5-star skills, 2-star weak foot. I don't need to mention a lot about him. Everybody and their nan has seen Danny Aaron's and knows that this man is an absolute beast in FIFA. But he was an OG for me too. I reviewed his original 70 overall card at the start of the game when only his way back was on about him. And mate, what a card this is. When this guy got dropped, the whole silver fan base went mad. And he is of course a career mode legend for me and the Brentford boys. Moving over to Adam Reach, the championship lad from Sheffield Wednesday. This guy didn't really impress me when he came out. Stat wise, I was a bit like, it's questionable, but I played him as a centre mid in my player review and he was mad. Going forward, he was bagging goals for fun. The pace, he felt a lot quicker on the ball. He was just a really well-rounded centre midfielder. And then I've used him at left back a couple of times. He gets a strong link to Iorfa, who also plays for Sheffield Wednesday. That silver card is unreal, by the way. So Adam Reach was super sick and he makes it into the main squad. Another French man also has got himself a team of the season this year. I've reviewed every single card this guy has gotten as well. Jonathan Klaus. This guy alongside Sambia offered that strong link and they were lethal together. I played him as a right back and Sambia as a centre back starting off in game. And just look at the stats, man. This is where Silver Stars got well and truly super juiced. A right back that offers stats going forward, passing, shooting, defending, dribbling, physicals, all sensational. An absolute beast of a player. Moving over to probably one of the most underrated players I have used this year. A lot of people didn't use him. You look at the pace, you look at the shooting and the agility and balance and you're like, hell no. Craig Anderson, if you're watching this, my boy Craig, he streams on Twitch, guys. Absolute legend. This is one of his favourite players. And he is one of mine too. I'm not going to lie to you. Defensive, physical beast. He is the long, dangly leg. His foot gets everywhere. It is so hard to get around him. If you do, he just wraps his leg around you and steals the ball back. I would honestly go out my way and say he is the most underrated silver star in FIFA 21. I've had requests to get him in my silver squads that I'm using at the moment. Aidan McGeady. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, the McGeady spin inventor. And this card is cracked out of its mind. Shooting's fantastic. Dribbling is fantastic as well. And if you've seen the player review I did on this guy, I scored an absolute worldie of a goal. I still remember it to this day. He pretty much leaped like Thierry Henry, took the ball down from the air, and then rainbow flicked it over the goalie. Quality player. One player I almost forgot to mention is also an honourable mention. This guy was a record breaker, flash sale SBC, Maurice Stoppelkamp. He scored a goal from like 80 yards, I think it was. That is where the record is. High-low, 3-star, 4-star, and this man, beautiful player. I don't think I've played against this card all year, so not a lot of people must have him. If you do, you're a legend, and let me know down below. Up next, guys, we have got one of the most crazy objectives to be released this year for me, the Samba Star Boys. The Brasilvas were back. We were loving life. Foot birthday is here. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Marcus Andre is the first man we're looking at, and I use this guy a lot. He was in my main Brasilva team for majority of the year, and he was just an absolute lethal finisher. The pace was a little bit low, which was a little bit disappointing. But man, he's a Brazilian with 5-star skills. What more could you want? Up next, we have got Paulo Otavio, and this man actually makes it into the top 3 for me. Quality card. Marcelo Azevedo vibes, 5-star skills from the Bundesliga, and you could play him anywhere on the pitch. You can play him centre back, left back, centre mid, left wing, striker. The finisher stats, don't be fazed by them because he finds the back of the net most of the time. Pace-wise, absolutely rapid. Dribbling was fantastic. And most importantly, he has 5-star skills. And to round off the Brasilva Samba Stars, we have got Dalbert. 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. And this man right here, he is also in my top 3 silver stars from this year. Just look at the guy's stats. Going forward, with the Deadeye Chem style, we go up to 99 tap position, 99 shot power. Finishing is 98. The pace is there. Passing stats are there. Dribbling's there. Defending, physicals, you can play him all across the park. Absolutely sublime card, guys. He is so good. He is pretty much in everybody's silver team. And of course, he's got the 5-star skills. Following up from the Samba Stars, the FUT birthday theme follows on. 5-star skills centre mid this time. And it is Wallet. This guy is not fair. It's not fair to have him in your team. He is also at least in my top 5 or top 10 silver star cards. Defensively, unreal. Physicals, he's an absolute unit. The dribbling stats for a big man are crazy. And the pace is pretty respectable as well. Going forward, he doesn't offer too much, but he has the shot power so he can find the back of the net if need be. I just absolutely love the Samba Stars, guys. When these guys came out, they were everywhere. Everybody was using them all, and I absolutely love to see it. Up next, we got another top 5 silver star for me, Timothy Weah. This guy started off as a 72 overall, and then he had that what if boost, which is fantastic. And his card became literally unreal. High, medium, 4-star, 3-star, and the pace, the dribbling, the finishing, absolute lethal player. There was no better finisher I have used this year, honestly. Inside the box, right foot, left foot, he was fine, the back of the net. The pace, the skill moves, the dribbling, such a dream. Up next, we've got the Premier League boy, the Northern Irish man from Leeds, Stuart Dallas. An absolute class card, high work rate, 6 foot, 3-star, 3-star. The super well-rounded midfielder, and he offered that Premier League link. That's what the Premier League Silvers were missing, that box-to-box centre mid, and when this guy came out, I was loving it. So we are heading towards the end of the Silver Stars, guys, and we got João Pedro, 3-star, 4-star. This is when Team of the Season came out. It feels like it was yesterday, but it was so damn long ago. And I was a little bit let down he didn't have the 3-star skills. The work rate's a bit questionable, but this guy's finishing was insane. So was the dribbling stats. Super sick card to use. I just missed the skill moves. I wish EA had just juiced them up. Even if he's not much of a skiller in the real world, just give him at least 4-star skills and I would have been in dreamland. Up next, we've got Big Mo Al-Kawaikibi. I probably butcher his name. I apologise if I do. But this man is my all-time favourite silver card I've used this year. 5'6", high medium, left-footed, 4-star, 3-star. And if you've used this guy, you will know what I'm on about. He is absolutely cracked. He's a tiny man. He gets hold of the ball. It is literally stuck to his feet. His agility and balance are fantastic. And the long shots. Those long shot finesses, oh my days. You can score from anywhere, guys. He's got the flair trait. He's just an absolute legend. Because I'm such a fan of silver cards, guys, it is super hard to say which one is my favourite. But I'm saying it. Mohamed Al-Kawaikibi, he's number 1. Continuing the Team of the Season moments theme, we got another 5-star skill silver. It's Alexandru Maxim, the Romanian lad in the Turkish league. He was actually really solid. As a centre mid, he is insanely good. More of a cam, I would use him. The stamina is a little bit on the low side, and defensively he is super poor. But going forward, he offers a lot, guys. The 5-star skills are great. The pace is fantastic. The dribbling is next level, and he has the finesse shot trait and flair. Super underrated card, but unfortunately the nationality and the league makes it difficult to fit him in. We are almost at the end, guys, and we have got Sam Larsson, another Team of the Season moments, 4-star, 3-star, medium low. I used him for about 3 games, and he was alright, I guess. He scored a few decent finesse shots for me, I'm not gonna lie. The long shots and the shot power are pretty saucy. But I was at the stage of FIFA where you feel a little bit let down, you want that next big thing. But just look how far the Silver Stars have come, guys. Attribute-wise, this guy is a massive leap ahead of what Mateo Vidra was, and he has a whole host of traits. He probably is a lot better than I give him credit for. Just being in the Chinese league and Swedish, it is super difficult to get into your team. If he is one of your favourites, guys, let me know down below. So the last Team of the Season moment cards on our list is Alvaro Madran. 3-star, 4-star, this man Spanish from Chicago Fire. This man's finesse shots and long shots are the best I've used for a silver. Old school Giovanni from San Jose Earthquake vibes. As you would expect, 98 long shots, 95 shot power. And the passing's fantastic also. The only issue is the lack of skill moves and the dribbling stats are a little bit on the low side, while the agility, balance and reaction. Apart from that, a super fun card to use, guys, and the long shot Silver King. Up next, we have got the first Path to Glory card, Florian Wirtz. This man had potential to go up to a 72 and all the way up to a 74, I believe, with 5-star, 5-star if Germany had gone far. But unfortunately for the Germans, they came up against my boys, the English, and they crashed out in the round of 16. So unfortunately, this card does not live up to its full potential. But as a 70 overall, the stats are absolutely mind-blowing. The second Path to Glory card was Fabio Silva, 3-star, 4-star on this card. Same with Germany. The Portuguese did crash out in the round of 16 as well. But this guy's stats, once again, for a 70 were insane. If these two did find a way to progress into the latter stages of the Euros, mate, their stats would be absolutely mad. One player I completely forgot to mention, guys. During the FUT birthday promo, they released a Scotty Dan, a 5-star skills centre-back Scott Dan. The most comical player in this Silver Star selection. At the end of the day, he was decent. You know, he did a solid job for me. Defensively, really good. And of course, he's got the 5-star skills. But let's be real, boys. He's not super liquid on the ball. So doing a skill move with this man, it's a bit dangerous, especially in a centre-back position. So to round off every single silver star to date as of the time this video goes live, guys, we got finally a goalkeeper. I've been crying out for a goalkeeper all damn year, and EA have niced this nicely. Ilham Meslier from Leeds, 6'5". The stats are absolutely insane. I've recently done a player view of him on my channel, guys. It's blowing up. It's almost got 2k views now. And for a silver 74 overall to have stats like this, it's next level. So guys, that rounds up this video. Every single silver star I have unlocked to date. My number 1 being Al Karakibi, number 2 being Dalba, number 3 Paulo Otavio, 4 is Timothy Weah, and number 5 is the big man Silas. Guys, make sure to go down in the comment section. Let me know which silver star has been your favourite throughout the year. I'm obviously going to keep going, guys. I am not stopping here. Next Wednesday at 6 PM, another silver star player view will be on my YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that one. But that is every card to date. I'm waiting, and I've got something exciting in the pipeline, guys, okay? A potential tournament. I'm talking to some boys on Twitter, and I might be doing a little silver tournament coming up over the next few weeks or months. Let me know if that is something you want to see, guys, and make sure to go down in the comment section. Let me know who is your favourite so far this year. Anyway, I've been Morsey. If you do enjoy these kind of videos, guys, where I go back and look at some old school nostalgic FIFA 21 cards, do let me know. And I will be doing an update on the greatest silver team on FIFA 21 soon, guys, so keep an eye out for that one. But until next time, take care of yourself, enjoy the rest of the Euros, and I'll catch you soon for another one. Take it easy.